Hello and welcome to Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures, and we're here inside what was my growing frame. Do you remember it had to come down because of the snow? Well, it came down anyway, and so I've cleared it all up. I'm sat, of course, in my favourite place, or was, inside the growing frame. I had my sprouts down this side. I was surrounded by cabbages and beetroots, peas and some strawberries at times. Now I've moved the strawberries out of here because this is where my new growing frame is going to go, so I've popped them here behind me. Fingers crossed they'll survive. I've actually found a beetroot as well, so I've popped that in, and a couple of onions that they're growing, so I've replanted those. It's been a beautiful sunny day here, blue skies, the sun's been out all day. It's just slowly sinking now into the horizon. This is where the growing frame was, and the new area works out at about roughly 32 square meters just in this section alone, and that is without any of the banking there. So we're probably looking here altogether at around 50 square meters of growing space. I've got some seeds because you can start planting things inside a warm room. It was not warm enough in the greenhouse, so these will have to go into the house on windowsills around the home. I hope the family don't mind. But there's all sorts of things. I've got some broad beans that you can put out now into trays, of course, and I can start some leeks off. Here I've got some sweet peas can go in, onions, believe it or not. It seems that onions grow all year round. And then I've got some tomatoes, and we can put those in now in the house, nice and warm. It says here between 10 and where are we, 10 and 15 degrees. Yeah, about 50 Fahrenheit, 10 degrees centigrade, and to keep them warm. Obviously, the trick I used last year, of course, put them in the seed trays and pop them in a plastic bag. If you've not even got a plastic bag, stick some clingfilm on top of it, and it'll make a mini propagator, and that will really help warm the soil up. Find a nice window with the sun on it, and it'll really enjoy that, like a mini greenhouse actually. In fact, speaking of greenhouses, I'm sat where the greenhouse is going to go. I've changed my mind. I was going to put it on the bank behind me, but now it's going to go here because we get the sun on there most of the day, which is rather lovely in the summer. So that'll be really nice to have it here. My new growing frame is going to go on the right hand side, and then behind where you are, where I had the flowers last year, my dahlias, they're out, they're drying in the greenhouse. I'm going to clear a new space, and that's where my potatoes are growing, because of course we have to do the crop rotation. So I'm taking them out of this area and putting them over there. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to invest in some nematodes, because this ground here is lovely, but a lot of my plants this year have been attacked by slugs. I've tried all different ways, and I was reading last night about them, so I'm going to buy some nematodes, and well, they're going to go into the ground, and they live quite happily down there, and you never see the slugs again. They're attacked underground, and then of course, or even on top of the surface, and then if they're there, it doesn't matter if the birds eat them or the wildlife eat them, because the nematodes don't attack anything else other than the slugs. Isn't it fantastic? Now, once again, thank you ever so much for watching Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. I'm going to leave with a few pictures of, well, things that you did early on in the year. We'll go first of all to Susan and to Phil there in Sheffield, and to their greenhouse, and how immaculately clean it was at the start of the season. And of course we've got Katya's greenhouse down there, and Sean's in Hastings, and this is how it was. And then look at the amount of tomatoes they got out of it. I'm hoping to do the same up here in my greenhouse. And of course we've got Janet in Wakefield, and your greenhouse, or should I say a Costa Coffee. I think it's brilliant, Janet. Once again, thank you very much indeed for all of your pictures you send in. I know I enjoy seeing them, and I do know from the comments that you send in that you, my listeners, enjoy seeing them. So once again, I'll see you very soon here on the Yorkshire Allotment. Ta-ra for now.